So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
35-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Wait, 20. 56. Check 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mark 56. Mark 56. Bound to lose one.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
Wait, 20. 56 is the mark. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Regular.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Bradley Pinion now to punt for the Bucs on 4th down. Back deep, Deontay Harris. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee.
But and play against the same people?
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
That's not our job, though.
This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands.
But you're right, but that's not the answer. You know what the answer is, brother? Even the league out. That's the answer. Like, no, just hit me up. No, just hit. Okay. Hear me out. The only way I would do a draft league, I've told Mo seen me in the draft league. I know you didn't get a chance to see me. I try to get you to join the league.
At their own 24.
Is if it's even. The better players who normally make the playoffs, we would give them divisions, right?
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
Because it doesn't matter the team, because it's going to be a simulated draft. You would get. That's the only way I would play 2 leagues. The 2 leagues, I would start them both at the same time. One simulated draft and one regular team. The simulated joint, I'm putting everybody in the same division.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I.
My bad, y'all.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Are you talking about the new that new home field advantage shit?
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation.
That's why I say
obviously they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
If it had to be 2 leagues, you would literally put players in the areas based on.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
But see, here's my thing. What normally happens is we right back into the same
Harris
shit.
To return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they'll indeed take a knee.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started.
It's kind of the same thing you're saying, but see, for me,
in order to try and get this running game going.
Like, so we almost saying the same thing, Rome, but we not saying the same thing in a sense. So here's what I'm saying. We look at the dudes and say, damn.
And they take a knee.
All they do is playing that these people make the playoffs. Like, could the Raiders go to another division and win? Because outside of him and Mook, there's nothing else there. Outside of Bernie and Scrap and my man Terry,
the Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary
over there
on 3rd down.
What's over there? Well, wait a minute.
And they will take a knee here.
Stop. First of all, you just got there, so I'm not counting you because you weren't originally there. You left the NFC. No, like it or not, I'm not counting you because you left the NFC to try and go over there, and you didn't win. So I'm upset with you for going over there.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
So,
only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
But, nevertheless, you get what I'm saying. Nah, he ain't give me nothing. Nigga would have had to give me one of them cake donuts out of motherfucker.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
I need them. Now, fool. I'm telling you, I don't know how to make none of that. Them drinks and shit that Cooper give me a cup of latte with a twister. I don't know nothing about none of that. But he gave me a cake donut. I would have gave him the win. I let him play. I let him play the computer for the motherfucking cake donut. Hey, Joe. Hey.
And they take a knee.
Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Harris returning. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And they take a knee. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. Well, a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
At their own 45-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And someone must have been in this hot sun a little too long. They've got the punt team out there. And just to clarify, it is not 4th down. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down, Saints.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On play action, Winston. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First down.
Now Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And shutting him off. Now open field. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Score Buccaneers 13, Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Under 10, 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At the 41-yard line.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fournette on the toss to the right. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 21-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Big stop, let's go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Brought down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Mike 5. Mike 5. Squeeze, double. Mark, hey, goal 66.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Hill going to try and run with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown of the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Let's go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. All day, every day, any day. Watch the safety creep. Let me go.
Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Wait, that. Wait, Eddie. 25 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Hey, 20 Gatto. 25
On 2nd and 12, Brady quickly to Gronkowski. That's called. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
14.
This is Fournette. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That good for 22 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
56, right there, 56. Too little,
A handoff to Fournette. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 13-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Man, I got you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that 50.
Again, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They'll try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 27, Saints 14. Bradley Pinion the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
He's gonna take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. And I'm going to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, footsteps.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
Winston's pass.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jameis again. Incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again with Winston. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Winston's pass.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Brings up 4th down.
Now Winston on 4th down. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Winston's pass.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll throw again. Winston. Flush to his right.
And this one is incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Winston. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
A gain of 12. First down.
First down, Winston. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hill going to keep it on the option. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
82.
Adam Troutman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At their 48-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Fournette. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the run, it's Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team